G'day, this is Captainoob, and this is a Junkie's the Fixer with bullets exploding for area damage and plus 50 damage resistance whilst aiming major and minor legendary effects respectively. So the Junkie's legendary effect is a pretty good one. Obviously it is second to Bloodied in terms of total damage output, but the good thing about Junkies is that you can actually utilize that massive 50% damage bonus from 5 addictions at full health. So if you want to play it safe, or if you're going to go in dumb adventure mode PvP, which will turn you brain dead, you can use a Junkie's weapon and generally have more success and more consistent damage output without compromising on your survivability, which is nice. 64 damage with this. Obviously the bullets exploding will give this a little bit more of a boost as compared to a fire rate version, which I did a while back. The per shot damage on this thing should be superior, but I think the DPS of the fire rate will edge it out, but that's okay. We're not queen killing with this thing, and random mobs should be trashed in one shot. So let's go ahead and inspect this thing up. Again, 64 damage points, which is good. So obviously we're going to be using this as a commando, because why wouldn't I? It's actually a lot faster than using this as a rifleman. Last time I used a commando weapon rifleman, I still got people complaining in the comments because I trolled everyone and used a Bloodied fire rate fixer as like a semi-auto version just to, you know, subvert expectations, give you the old Last Jedi treatment. And now we're doing 129 with this thing. Do I have hard bargain on? Well, that can go away. I can put tenderizer on. But now that we've seen the damage of this thing, which is what, 129, that's pretty good. It's time to get ourselves on the beers. So let's find the beers. Get on the beers like Danny Andrews. We'll just find all of the beer. I think I've got 3 beers in here. No, just the 1 beer. You know, one of these days, I'm actually going to get hooked on it. There we go. There's one. We'll take some Mentats. Take some Medics. And we'll take some Psycho. And some Buff Out, probably. Yeah, it's okay. We don't need Strength or Endurance. We're sneaking. And I believe that is 5 addictions. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the bruise is already... Like, you don't see the addiction until the effect is worn off, and now we're doing close to 200 damage, which is pretty good. Okay, so here we are outside of the anti-maskers protesting site, and don't worry about me, we're COVID safe here. She's wearing the mask there, and she's not wearing sunglasses because if she breathes it'll fog up the sunglasses. That's a problem that I have. I need help. Anyways, there's what we look like. We're using the Raider Pathfinder gear, and I get the comment all the time saying, "Where'd you get this from? Where is that?" It's the Fallout 76 Wastelanders Deluxe Edition stuff. That's where you get it from. Alright, now you know. Now you can shut up about it. So as you can tell with the sneak criticals that I'm getting, yes, I'm getting 3.75 times multipliers. Now, I don't have a jetpack, but I actually do have a Chameleon action point regeneration. I think it's Sentinels. Secret Service chest piece, so I could totally chuck that on and have a jetpack at the same time. But yeah, we are using Chameleon armor, and I totally forgot to show off my armor and chems and buffs. Just kidding, not using chems. We've got... That's what's happening over here. See, we've got the adrenaline and everything and all of this stuff. I'll go through it real quick. There it is. And the weapon is now doing 294 damage. It's another 100 on top of that. And if we're using the sneak criticals there... Oh, sad Vault Boy, feel bad. Yeah, when we're using snake criticals, there's not a lot that can stand up that's at least within our range. And I feel like the range stat is not a concept that anyone actually knows about. I think I may have done a video a while back about how the range stat works and how it maybe it was during a live stream. I did a little showcase on how the range stat works and how it might affect your damage output. So next time you see some guy sitting on top of the fence at Scorched Earth, shooting the Scorched Beast Queen with his Gatling laser, doing sweet fuck all, tell him, mate, you're wasting your ammo, you're doing fuck all damage. Also, tell him to get off the fence, because that, you know, messes with the Scorched Beast Queen's landing AI, and if she's ever flying around for 20 minutes and not doing anything, it's probably because some dickhead is sitting out of her reach. And whilst we're talking about the player base's general incompetence, don't ever bother shooting at the sheep squatch robot whilst it's cloaked, because not only will you do next to no damage, because it is obviously a tough thing, it'll regenerate all of the health that you take off it. It's like you never actually hit it at all. So don't do that, you're wasting your time. Unless you can hit it hard enough to, you know, perfectly one-shot it. Thanks, Chameleon armor, you saved me there. See, because it stacks and stuff, right? And we can play this aggressively if we wanted to, because we're at full health and we've got 2 endurance, half decent armor. It's just combat armor. It's not really all that special, but the AP regeneration on it is nice. If I wanted to go full run and gun, what I'd do is, well, firstly, not shoot at the wall next to me and possibly cripple my limbs, which I may have done there if I had continued with that. But yeah, I could have just chucked on dodgy, and then I would have the AP regeneration on my armor bits to bolster that. Could have chucked on Action Girl as well, and would have been super easy, but yeah, don't need that. I think I'm used to playing with a jetpack on Winter because I'm finding myself holding the spacebar in midair like I'm about to take off and fly, but like I said before, I have that option, and if I can be fucked, I'll go and switch to it. Might be useful during the ghoul section. In here, the jetpack is not all that useful because obviously you'll smash your noggin on the head, on the ceiling there, and that'll probably give you some sort of brain damage. And honestly, you don't want to have more brain damage. I'm running Marsupial, which already steals 4 of my intelligent points. Unless you've got class freak on, but that's a boring perk for boring people. You want to take those, you want to have those real consequences for gameplay, don't you? Where on earth did that grenade come from? No orbital strikes on me, good man. Down you go. So we've got the damage output just to kind of sit here and almost cheese it. I do have serendipity, so if we do get to a point... Whoops. Fallout 4 reflexes kicking in. Gotta remember that Bash does absolutely goddamn nothing in this game. Not a fan of that stagger, though. But now we're at Nerd Rage, and, well... game's over. As long as we can get these super mutants before they start shooting us, and shooting them, you know, before they can get close enough for me to destroy myself with my own explosive damage. Am I just sloppy, or am I missing these guys? No, those are definitely new. I'm just going to take cover here. And wait for it. Here we go. Broken arm hipfire accuracy. Should probably stimpack that. Nah, she right, mate. She right. Alright, I think we're done with these super mutants here. And a life-saving piece. That's helpful. I'm going to be using that this weekend for sure. Join me at the QuakeCon after party where I'll get drunk and kill the Scorched Beast Queen many times. Alrighty, let's just jam a stimpack into me, and if I happen to lose more health in this state, so be it. I don't think I'll get myself killed by these ghouls. Should have put the true barrel and true stock on if I wanted to hipfire this much. Truth is, I don't really like the recoil animation in first person with this thing. Like, the recoil in itself is easy enough to control. Like, I fire a fire rate version, I've learned to control that. See, it's all in the parts. If you use aligned stuff, you'll find that the recoil pattern is vertical, which is a lot easier to control than if it's bouncing around horizontally. Come on, bash damage, do your thing. Oh god, so flimsy. I don't know if strength is a function of your bash damage. I feel like that it's not, but it could use a buff either way, game. Come on. Alrighty, so we're cleaning up these ghouls pretty easily. I mean, I'm not even stealth commandoing here. There we go, there's a response. I like it. Just get you nice and crippled. With a stagger, I think. Might have crippled his leg there. I'm not sure how much damage I do to the legs when I hit them. Let's investigate, shall we? Hang on, I can't be sneaking for this. Well, I crippled his head when I shot at it, but obviously that would have made it do more damage. Well, as it turns out, I'm just better off to hit them like this anyway. I'm just going to backpedal now. Don't have a massive magazine. It's going to bounce splash damage. I feel like that the multiplicative bonus from Junkies, stimpack please, is giving my explosive damage a lot more punch than it usually does, and you'll find that the same thing happens with grenades. Like, note this grenade now, like 1,000 damage. If I pull Junkies off, it'll pop right down. So yeah, it feels like with explosive, the Junkies actually boosted a lot higher. So honestly, you're not going too bad with Junkies explosive. If I had my bladed explosive on right now, I'd possibly do more damage, but because we're at like half health. But you know, something to note, if you've ever picked up a Junkie's explosive thing, having those addictions just makes it at least feel like it hits a little bit harder. That's totally subjective, but I could look at it. I might actually, just to make sure I know what I'm talking about. Anyways, I'll see you when I get it back from my stash, I guess. So sick of these lazy-ass ghouls. At least jump up and attack me all at once so I can show off the crowd control of explosive weapons these days. Okay, I'm doing some testing. Ready? This is gonna be sick, right? There's a Blood Eagle Executioner over there. We're at full health, so, you know, maybe I should have grabbed something else. I mean, Bloody's not gonna be doing much, so that's 32. That's right up close, and when we hit him with this, 21. That's a significant increase right there. If we get ourselves into Nerd Rage a little bit later, I mean, there's an easy way to do this. 1 second. There we go.
Come back to me. I miss you.
Miss you too. Okay, so that was 68 with the Junkies, and 85 with the Bloodied. Well, there goes my theory. Well, the good thing is if you're at full health, it'll just do better damage. I'm not sure why I think it'd be any different, but we're at Nerd Rage now, where we don't have any of the bonuses from... We are using the Junkies run, right? Yes, we are. See, the damage is high enough that it... Killing these guys in one shot anyway, but... Yeah, well, it is helpful. I saw 79 damage there on the splash. So, tell you what, we'll just target Swan. We'll do one last little test of this, and we'll figure out what's what then, and then we'll just stealth commando our way to the victory for the rest of the video, because, you know... So that's 82 with the Bloodied. 67 with the Junkies, so yeah, it's about the gap that you'd think that it is. Can't believe it just whiffed that. I suck. Never complain about XCOM soldiers missing point-blank shots again. One little caveat to that little dumb experiment. See, with the Junkies, I'll get that 950 damage, but with the Bloodied, 634. So, a lot of your auxiliary weapons can be slightly more powerful if you're using them with a Junkie's weapon. Also, there's some Blood Eagles over there, and I don't like the sound of distant gunfire, so yeah, you're going down. We're not getting sneak criticals because he's aggroed to those Blood Eagles over there. Totally my kill. There we go, that's better. Glowing Mylark, you can go down. What else have we got over here? I'm just going to toss a plasma grenade over there to wake up whatever beast is lurking below. Nice, this will be a long range. Let's go concentrated fire. My god, that lag though. And apparently I'm only just in hidden. Well, good enough for me. Let's move on. Alrighty, we're all nice and cloaked again, and there's some green people over here. Let's finish those off because they're currently killing my vibe by aggroing everything and also making me lag a ton too. Come on, concentrated fire, do your thing. I'm not used to using not unyielding, so I can't really rely on VATS all that much. The perception bonuses that you get are absolutely massive. Anyways, you should be unaggroed now. There we go. None of your cheeky explosive resistance business here. And I'll just shoot the muzzle flashes, and that seems to have done the job. Might as well just use VATS to lock onto a target just to make sure something's there. And could go for a purified water right now. It's not on my quick select, so I'm not going to bother. So, yeah, we're playing this one dangerously, everyone. So, it's a little bit of a sizzle for the end of this video, right? The question is, am I good enough to make this work? And I might be. Gotta kill this squad over here. Tell you what, though, those cheap shots that get me in caution are not helping. Let's just annoy him. Kill these guys, just bounce some splash damage because aiming is for losers. That's why winners use Teslas, boys. That's why. Anyways, that's them dealt with. How much health do I have left? I've literally got no health. I don't even know how I'm still alive right now, but I am. Question is, are we going to get one out of here? The health wants to regenerate, but apparently it's not happening. I'm in danger now, so one shot will end me. That guy apparently wasn't armed with a rifle of any description. There's another one down there somewhere. Hello? I think I should have scorched corpse. Oh, there you are. Well, this is a very strange moment for AI, but I managed to win that fight with 0 health left, so lucky me. Maybe I should go buy a lottery ticket, or perhaps this luck will come in tomorrow and I can get some good behavior on the Scorched Beast Queen when I once again come down to the Fissure Site Prime. So there you have it. Bloodied Junkie's explosive fixer, and look at the damage difference there. It's not that much, to be honest, because unless you're going for all that damage versus a big boss thing, I mean, you wouldn't be using explosive anyway if you know what you're doing, but yeah, it's fairly significant, but you can't really go wrong with the Junkies, especially when you've got a build set up for it. If you're going to run this at Node Rage, then go ahead. Obviously, you can do this without using Node Rage, but then you don't get any of the benefits out of unyielding like you would get if you're trying to use this one to at least at Node Rage. But once you've experienced both, you can probably figure out which is better for you. But I'm going to back the Bloodied for being better because of just better damage output, and you know, that leads to several game things like less bullets used, which means less farming needed to keep this thing running, less condition used for, you know, shooting things because you only have to shoot things once before they drop. And the game actually only degrades your weapon per enemy hit, so that's something that should be important. So you can't just fire it at nothing in like a car in a parking lot and it'll degrade it. So, you know, in efficiency, this wins. In damage, this wins. And in general build situations, this wins because it just synergizes with so many things better than the Junkies. This thing wins in dumb adventure mode PvP, I guess, but you're not going to use these things because they're severely underpowered compared to explosive legacy energy weapons. That's the verdict. Who wants this fixer back? I forgot who gave it to me. Thank you for watching, guys. I'm out of here.